My name is Rogério Schiavo. I am the CEO of the project True Coffees. When I stepped down from my last position, I started thinking, what am I going to do now? How can I put at my, the experience that have been accumulated over the years and the networking, and how can I make it worth to others? I want to transfer the knowledge that I've been able to accumulate over those 30 years to whoever wants to learn. I want to make possible coffee producers to be more than coffee producers. And when I look into Brazilian coffee producers, they've been told that they should be doing whatever they do best, which is to produce coffee. But I also been hearing over the years that they haven't been rewarded properly because they are getting the least of the whole, what is the whole chain is generating as a value. And I'm convinced that the way that we can ensure the coffee producer will get whatever they deserve is just giving them access of people that will reward them. And I thought different things, even open up a trading company like I used to do. I've been doing this for 25 years, trading coffee as an exporter, as an importer. So over this time, I've been able to travel to more than 40 countries multiple times, to many of them producing countries. I've been visiting hundreds of clients, opening doors, all sizes of doors, huge ones, small ones. So that's very valuable because we know that the information is quite widespread, but the access is really tough to get. Because especially these days where people are so busy, you send an email, nobody answers. You try to get a person in a phone call, they didn't pick up. That's how life is today. So I thought myself, well, I can contribute to the coffee industry, transferring that, knowledge and that the access and the understanding that I have all the way from the coffee production to the final industry across the globe to the coffee producer. Because look, this is not only about working for the coffee producer. I'm also looking into work for the coffee industry, because whenever you enable them to talk directly, they will better understand each other. I would say there's a story that really, I would even say that from that moment onwards, I started thinking, we gotta find a solution for this. I was still at a CEO position of a very important international coffee trading, and we were sourcing a specific coffee from a Brazilian exporter. And we had an inquiry from one of our best clients here in US. And that client was struggling to get coffee out of Ethiopia. There was problems, logistic problems, all kinds of problems. And that coffee that he was sourcing from Ethiopia had a specific cupping profile. And he came to us and said, would you guys be able to find something similar from anywhere? I just need a coffee. And he was even, in danger of of having a disruption on his supply because of this, all the problems that were facing, that African countries were facing, specifically Ethiopia. So then we turned to this Brazilian exporter, and we told him about what cupping profile it should be, and he got a coffee for us. And the coffee was not as intense as the Ethiopian one, but it had the same cupping profile, more mild, but same cupping profile. and we send a sample to the client and he just loved it. And the first question is, who is the producer? Where is his farm located? How many bags do they produce? And I knew already that we would have a problem in front of us, because usually exporters, they don't disclose the information. And I understand why. Most people think I can't do it because they're gonna take over me and will try to get coffee from that producer cheaper or using someone else. I don't know. But in order to start using the coffee, and this is something that most people don't understand, even coffee producers, sometimes, in order to start engaging with the client, you want to tell him how consistent can you be over the years, because they don't want to start using the coffee as an ingredient and all of a sudden you say, I'm sorry, I can't sell it this year, or I'm not doing this anymore, because they are selling coffee to consumers that will somehow get used to drink that coffee maybe every day. So they don't want to go into risk, they fall into risk of all of a sudden they cannot have that ingredient anymore. Because I do believe that in order to ensure that they will have not only transparency, but to ensure that they will get whatever they need, the coffee that they need, has to be through a direct connection with coffee producers. And here's why. Coffee producers, I'm talking about people now, because this is more about people than even about coffee. Coffee producers, they're passionate about coffee. They don't do that just for money. As a matter of fact, for maybe 10 years, they were even break even. They were barely breaking even with their with that activity. Most recently, the coffee prices are spiking because it seems that there's a combination of facts that are boosting price to all-time record, and that will, I believe, bring industry to look at their sourcing methods differently. I just want to say that I'm making a commitment first that we're going to do whatever is possible to help producers to have access to the international coffee industry, and the other way around too. We want them to connect, we want them to understand their needs, we want them to empathize with their struggles, and we are here to support and to provide all the service, all the support that they need to make it through. That's the goal of True Coffees. What if you could taste the story behind every coffee bean?